If you were asked to separate what is alive from what isn't, you might rely on your intuition, but judging an object solely by its external features can be highly deceptive. Take three distinct objects: a smooth rock, an unincubated hen's egg, and a 1,000-year-old fossil. Our eyes can easily betray us here. The fossil looks exactly like a biological creature, complete with bones and structure, yet it is entirely made of stone. The egg just sits there like an inanimate pebble, but under the right temperature, it will hatch a living chick. Because appearances are misleading, biologists don't guess. They rely on a strict, unbending prerequisite checklist to officially classify an entity as a living organism. Whether we are scooping water from a local pond or searching for microbes on Mars, discovering life requires looking past the surface. We have to test for very specific, hidden operational rules. The first rule is cellular organization. Whether we are looking at a single microscopic pond organism or a human being, the cell is the non-negotiable structural and functional unit of life. This drawing shows the microscopic architecture first documented in 1665 by Robert Hooke. By looking at a thin slice of cork under a microscope, he noticed these tiny, repeating chambers and named them cells. Decades of observation by scientists like Rudolf Virchow led to a unified cell theory. It established that all living things are made of cells, and crucially, that new cells can only form from pre-existing ones. Inside those cells sits a required biological blueprint, genetic material. We know this primarily as DNA. Its double helical structure, mapped out by researchers like James Watson, acts as a physical storage system for biological information. This diagram highlights a single gene. A gene is a specific sequence of base pairs within the DNA molecule. That distinct sequence determines a particular physical trait and transmits it to the next generation. This physical architecture is the baseline. Without the hardware of the cell and the software of DNA, an object fails the test for life. But biological hardware requires a power source. All organisms need energy to run their internal processes, which they acquire through nutrition. Once food is secured, an internal chemical engine turns on. This diagram illustrates cellular respiration. Inside the cell, stored food combines with oxygen, breaking down to release a pulse of usable energy. Running that engine produces inevitable byproducts. To survive, the organism must perform excretion, removing toxic metabolic waste from the living body. Biologists use the term metabolism to describe this entire energy pipeline. It is the total summation of all the biochemical reactions taking place inside an organism. A living entity is never a static object sitting in space. It operates as a continuously running engine that actively processes fuel and expels waste to maintain its existence. To secure fuel and avoid danger, organisms must interact with their surroundings. This is irritability, the biological ability to detect and respond to stimuli in the environment. Here, a plant reacts to shifting light by physically reorienting its stem. This sensory network triggers movement. Whether it is a microbe using tiny hairs to swim or an animal hunting for food, movement requires internal coordination to fulfill vital needs. Beyond immediate survival, organisms build a long-term legacy. They undergo growth, which biologists define precisely as the irreversible increase in the dry mass of a cell. Growth is followed by development. During this phase, identical cells differentiate from one another, taking on highly specialized forms to perform specific functions within the body. Finally, we reach the ultimate biological goal, reproduction. To ensure the continuation of their species, organisms must produce a new generation. To be classified as living, a system must react to its current environment while possessing the inherent mechanical drive to physically expand and replicate itself for the future. Armed with our biological checklist, we can finally resolve our opening puzzle. The 1,000-year-old fossil has the shape of an animal, but it fails the physical checks. It lacks active cellular organization and has zero metabolism. It is definitively non-living stone. The unincubated egg, despite looking inanimate, is packed with organized cells and intact genetic DNA. It is a dormant engine, fully capable of triggering growth and metabolism the moment the conditions are right. Nature still holds mysteries, of course. Viruses act as a biological edge case. They are entirely acellular entities that carry genetic material but lack their own metabolism, placing them in a gray area right on the edge of our checklist. Yet, from a single microscopic algae cell to a complex human being, the staggering diversity of nature is governed by these exact same roles. Every verified organism is running on the identical, intricate biological operating system.